Suddenly a water well bucket, wood construction with iron ring section as a handle, is presented to me by the Earl. I take the bucket, walk up to the edge of the mound and scoop up some of the treasure to fill the bucket to overflowing. The Earl and Elk are indicating that I own and am due all of that which I see. I enter the mound of treasure and find myself sitting on a throne in the center looking directly out through the palace entrance to the west towards where the Earl and Elk are standing. I look around behind my back to the front surface of the chair and see my name of Alan written on it. At this point my imagery view leaves my body to an elevated position on the southeast side of the mound and looks down at myself as I suddenly get up and look around to the back of the throne. I see myself looking at a past life Egyptian name written in hieroglyphics that I had when I was once priest to Pharaoh. I remark I do not know how to pronounce it or read the lettering. There seems to be an urgent need to assure myself that the text of the name has not been erased. There is a great sense of significance to the Egyptian time frame of the name and that the name has not been erased from the chair. My imagery view then returns to my body. I leave the mound of treasure with the bucket of jewels and ride out of the palace on the horse. A request is made to access the metaphor of the eagle. My view shifts to the vantage point of the eagle flying up and out over the land of the New Eden. The view is to the west. The trance is being terminated now, but the imagery continues on my own direction. I get off of the horse and stop on the final terrace platform in front of the palace just before the land of the New Eden. I see myself holding the bucket of treasure to my chest in my left arm, reaching into it with my right hand, grabbing handfuls of the gems and throwing or casting them out onto the landscape of the New Eden. I throw with such force that some of the jewels land, some many miles away, beyond the range of my visibility. The gems are the seeds of new financial growth, putting the riches of the treasure to work. This ends the sixth and final trance. In a subsequent non-reverse speech trance meditation in 2004, I revisit and resume the final scene of the sixth trance and meet up with a doe, female deer also not in the Ars dictionary, who leads me from where I was last standing out into the then more forested expanse of the New Eden to where the water fountain is located. I meet the Earl again and he presents me with a flattened ruby crystal which he places on the third eye area of my forehead. The ruby sinks into my head as the Earl remarks more data than you can ever possibly imagine presumably, and I get goosebumps as I type this, about the alien Nefelim involvement in Atlantis.